Experimental probability, or another commonly used name, is relative frequency. This is probability of an event based on results from an experiment, while theoretical probability is calculated by the number of favorable outcomes compared to the total number of outcomes. It is very important we understand the difference between these two ideas. Experimental probability can be made simple with a story about a coffee shop. Imagine you own the shop. You sell 4 types of coffee: cappuccino, flat white, long black, and a latte. If we wanted to predict the percentage of cappuccinos sold next week with approximately 1,000 customers, we would use experimental probability. This method is the best option, since you know that the cappuccino is the most popular choice and typically sells more than the other 3. So it wouldn't make sense to say 1 out of 4 or 25%. That's why we need experimental probability. To calculate experimental probability, it equals the number of times the event happened divided by the total number of trials. As you can see, this formula is very similar to theoretical probability. However, experimental probability uses the results from the experiment. If we had the following results from last week's cappuccino sales, we can see that we have the sales for each day, then the total number of cappuccinos sold last week. So calculating the experimental probability, firstly, the denominator, the total number of trials, which represents the total number of customers, which was 1,000. And for the numerator, the number of times the event happened, which is the total number of cappuccinos sold during the week, which is 680, telling us that the experimental probability is 680 out of 1,000. Converting to a percentage, we get 68%, which tells us that 68% of customers ordered cappuccinos. If this video has been helpful, please hit the like button so it has a better chance to share to more people. Next, moving back to simple events. Remember, simple events are experiments where each outcome is equally likely, such as rolling a die, tossing a coin, and spinning this spinner. Another cool trick that you will learn in this lesson is expected frequency. Expected frequency is the expected number of times an event will occur over repeated trials, which uses the following formula: theoretical probability times the number of trials. If we wanted to roll a standard die 60 times, what is the expected number that a 3 will be rolled? We can predict this number using the formula. What is the theoretical probability of rolling a 3? Yes, 1 out of 6. And the number of trials would represent the number of times the die was rolled, which is 60, which tells us that the number 3 would appear 10 times. I had to see if this was true. I completed the experiment. Here were my results. 3 did indeed appear 10 times. However, this may have been lucky. It is never certain what will appear each roll. Next, to learn how to answer exam questions easily on this concept, click here and I'll see you in the next one.